Hey guys, just doing a follow-up here on the electrical system of the Farmall Super A. As I told you, I pulled that battery out to get to the broken fusible link. Discovered some other things while I was in there. This tractor originally had a distributor, so there was a wire. You see this wire here, the blue tip on it. That was going to the distributor coil for the juice. Alright, with a magneto, I don't need that. Magneto on and off switch, just a kill switch grounds the magneto. So I ran another separate wire up in there with a toggle switch, basically as a kill switch with a magneto. So I don't need that wire. I used a continuity tester. I marked everything, the lead wire, the battery wire, starter to the lights. So put that back up in there with those labels on them. In the future, whoever takes this apart won't have to do that. They'll know exactly what everything is. So help myself and help whoever else, my son or whoever gets into this at a later date. So the other problem I had though was the voltage regulator. This voltage regulator here, you can see, goes up to 60 amps, 0-30 to 60, and I am 99% sure it's a 12 volt. It's for a 12 volt system. Not that it won't work in a 6 volt. I've been online, a lot of forums. You guys that know me from the forums, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of back and forth about whether there's such a thing as a 6 and 12 volt amp meter. It's amps, I'm sorry, not volts. Amp meter. So it's 60 amps, 30 and 60 amps, not volts. This does work in here, but it moves. That needle moves a smidget when I hooked up a 6 volt light to the in the line, and that bulb just barely, that needle just barely moved a hair. So it is the wrong amp meter readings for this tractor. The original one only went up to 20 amps. I actually just purchased a 6 volt tractor, 30 amp meter I'm going to be putting in there. The only 20 amp one I could find was used, so I bought a brand new 30 amp one, which actually is made for a 6 volt tractor. You see it has the light hole in the back for a 12 volt light. Alright, again, it will work, but it won't give you the right reading. Okay, so that's the answer to that question. Is there's a difference between 6 and 12 volt amps, I'm sorry, I keep saying volts, and the amp meter. There is a difference. The only difference is the gauge and what it's going to read. Alright, and this tractor, I don't need one to go up to 60 amps. The original one was 20, I'm putting in a 30. So that's that on that. So I'm kind of dead in the water here till I get the new one and get that in. But I just wanted to show you, you guys that might be having the same problem. And by the way, this wire here that I got marked lead, I keep saying the L is for lead. Now I don't believe the L stands for lead. I think the L stands for load. It's the load on the generator from the lights, other accessories. Alright, L stands for load, I believe. Some of the schematics say lead. Now you can say it either way, but load does make more sense. Anyways, so that's the deal on the electrical system. That's all I'm waiting for now is a new amp meter. Get that together. I know she's charging though, even though the amp meter was actually even hooked up wrong. The amp meter had the battery and the battery and the starter wire together on the same post, and that's not the way it goes. One goes on one post, one goes on the other. Alright, the one marked battery from your regulator goes on one side, and then the one, this one here, which I have marked starter, is the one that goes to your starter. Alright, the lead wire goes to your fusible link and your accessories, lights and whatever else. So that's the story on that. Once I get it all together, I plan on hooking up a couple of these lights here, like you see here, off the back. I might even put a flashing unit in it, have them flash. I changed the bulb and add the 6 volt bulbs. So because I do want to be taking this tractor down the road, so I'm going to have flashing lights on the back. And so anyways, like I said, trying dead in the water here because of this, so I haven't been able to do a follow-up video of the bucket loader, which I finally got it all painted up. Got it all painted up. Couple pulls of red paint on it. You know, she ain't no showgirl. You know, she never will be. But I think she looks pretty decent. You know, got the International Harvester decals on it, for the hell of it. I made a couple other tiny little tweaks here and there. Put a different guide on for the arm underneath, so it won't fall out. That arm will stay in place no matter what happens. I put a new spring in the middle there, so when the bucket bounces a little bit, it won't pop out. That spring is very strong. I have a transmission actually of a garden tractor, holds it tight in place, and it's working great. Again, tractor's been down because the electrical system, so I haven't been able to really do a demo of it, video of it, but just want to show you guys how she looks. I think she looks really pretty neat on there. So that's the ticket on that. I'm going to finish this up by just showing you this other label I got on here, though you Farmall guys might get a kick out of this. If you haven't seen it, you probably have, but anyway, we'll get into that anyway. Hopefully you can read that. Alright, that's the deal right there. Alright, so that's where we're at with this, and keep you posted. Hopefully we'll be back with a video of the bucket loader working and everything running great. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Welcome Dano.